Imagine this. You're sitting across from her at your favorite coffee shop. The laughter is there, the chemistry is undeniable, but something feels off. You ask about her weekend, and she dodges. You try to plan something for next month, and she changes the subject. One minute she's warm and affectionate, the next, ice cold. Sound familiar? Before you invest more time, more energy, or worse, your heart, stick around. In this video, we're breaking down 4 subtle but critical red flags that reveal she's not ready for a real relationship. And trust me, missing even one of these could leave you emotionally drained and wondering what went wrong. Let's uncover what most people ignore until it's too late. Navigating the early stages of a romantic relationship can be as exhilarating as it is confusing. Every person you meet brings their own history, emotional landscape, and expectations. While chemistry and attraction might draw 2 people together initially, they aren't enough to sustain a healthy, long-term relationship. In particular, one of the most overlooked aspects of dating is evaluating emotional readiness, both yours and your partner's. If you're dating someone and starting to consider the possibility of a serious commitment, it's essential to be aware of certain red flags that might signal she's not emotionally prepared for a relationship. Recognizing these signs early can help you avoid future heartache, emotional exhaustion, or wasted time. Here are 4 essential red flags indicating she may not be ready for a relationship. 1. She's emotionally unavailable or distant. One of the clearest signs someone isn't ready for a relationship is emotional unavailability. This can manifest in different ways. She may seem detached, avoid deep conversations, or deflect emotional intimacy. You might notice that while the physical or surface-level connection is present, there's a wall when it comes to expressing deeper feelings, vulnerabilities, or future plans. Some signs include: rarely opens up about her past, feelings, or struggles. Changes the subject or makes jokes when things get serious. Avoids labeling the relationship or discussing its direction. You feel like you're doing most of the emotional heavy lifting. Emotional intimacy is the cornerstone of any meaningful relationship. Without the ability or willingness to be emotionally vulnerable, a true bond can't form. Emotional unavailability might stem from unresolved trauma, past heartbreak, or fear of getting hurt again. Whatever the cause, if she consistently keeps her emotional doors shut, it's a strong indicator that she's not ready to invite someone fully into her life. Here's what you should do. Give her space and time if she's working through something, but pay attention to patterns. If emotional distance is persistent and accompanied by resistance to growth or change, consider whether you're trying to build a future with someone who's only willing to offer part of herself. A successful relationship requires both parties to show up fully, emotionally, and otherwise. 2. She's still hung up on her ex. Everyone has a past, but it becomes problematic when the past is still actively interfering with the present. You may notice her bringing up her ex frequently, whether in conversation, comparison, or casual remarks. She might still be following him closely on social media, reacting emotionally to his posts, or maintaining communication that feels excessive or emotionally charged. Signs include: she constantly talks about her ex, good or bad. She compares you to her previous partner. She hasn't removed sentimental items or photos from their time together. She admits she's not sure if she's over him. She shows signs of jealousy if her ex moves on. Emotional closure is crucial before beginning a new relationship. If she hasn't fully healed or let go of her previous partner, she's likely unable to commit fully to someone new. Being the rebound guy, or worse, the emotional stand-in, is a recipe for confusion, pain, and disappointment. It also places an unfair emotional burden on you to prove you're better than someone else, rather than being appreciated for who you are. If she's open about her struggles and is taking proactive steps toward closure, there may be hope. However, if her ex continues to be a looming presence in your relationship, it may be best to step back. You deserve to be someone's first choice, not a placeholder or a distraction from unresolved feelings. 3. She has no vision for the future. When someone is ready for a relationship, they're generally open to discussing the future, not necessarily in terms of wedding bells or children right away, but at least in terms of shared goals, lifestyle preferences, and direction. If she avoids all talk of the future, shows no interest in planning anything beyond the immediate, or lives strictly in the moment, it can be a sign that she's not emotionally or practically prepared to build something long-term. Common signs include: she avoids any discussions about commitment or where the relationship is going. She doesn't talk about personal or professional goals. She resists making plans too far ahead, example, trips, holidays, moving in. She uses phrases like "let's just see what happens" or "go with the flow" excessively. Healthy relationships require alignment, not just of values, but of direction. While spontaneity can be fun, a complete absence of future thinking suggests either ambivalence or fear of commitment. If she doesn't have a clear sense of what she wants from life or from you, then you may find yourself drifting in a relationship without purpose. Even more troubling, she might be avoiding the future talk because she doesn't actually see you in it, but isn't ready or willing to let you go. You don't need a 5-year plan on the first date, but if you've been seeing each other for a while and she still resists any forward-looking conversation, it's worth evaluating whether you're on the same page. A future together requires shared intention. If she's not thinking beyond today, you might end up being stuck in an indefinite holding pattern. 4. She's emotionally inconsistent or hot and cold. One day she's texting you constantly, telling you how much she likes you. The next day, she's distant, unresponsive, or even critical. Her mood shifts feel unpredictable, and you're often left wondering what changed. You find yourself constantly analyzing her words and actions to figure out where you stand. Some telltale signs: intensity at the beginning, followed by abrupt withdrawal. Sudden disappearances followed by warm reappearances. Mixed messages, "I miss you," followed by days of silence. You feel emotionally confused more often than not. Inconsistent behavior is emotionally exhausting and often indicates internal conflict. She may genuinely like you, but internal fears, insecurities, or past trauma may be pulling her in the opposite direction. Emotional inconsistency is also a hallmark of avoidant or anxious attachment styles, patterns that can lead to unstable, roller coaster dynamics unless addressed. Being in a relationship should bring more peace than confusion. If you constantly feel on edge or like you're chasing crumbs of affection, it's a sign that something is fundamentally misaligned. It's important to address these patterns openly. Ask direct but compassionate questions about how she's feeling and what she wants. If her behavior doesn't change, or she can't explain it, it may be time to walk away for your own emotional well-being. Stability, communication, and consistency are non-negotiables in a healthy relationship. While the 4 core red flags mentioned are major indicators of unreadiness, there are other subtler signs worth keeping an eye on. She avoids accountability for relationship issues and blames external factors or previous partners. She self-sabotages when things are going well, starting unnecessary conflicts or pulling away. She lacks emotional self-awareness and struggles to name or manage her own feelings. She expresses cynicism about love or relationships in general, saying things like relationships never work out. These secondary flags often accompany the primary ones and further underscore a lack of emotional maturity or readiness. In conclusion, the signs that someone isn't ready for a relationship are often clear, we just don't always want to see them. We're wired to hope, to rationalize, to give the benefit of the doubt, especially when we're drawn to someone. But hope shouldn't come at the cost of clarity or self-respect. If you're consistently feeling undervalued, confused, or emotionally depleted, that's your own internal red flag waving. Don't ignore it. Relationships should feel like a safe place, not a puzzle you can't solve or a game you're always trying to win. Emotional readiness isn't about being perfect or having everything figured out, it's about being willing to show up, communicate honestly, and grow together. You deserve someone who's ready, not just to be with someone, but to be with you in a full, present, and healthy way. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.